Hey friend, Roger Christopherson here again with another first listen review. I hesitate because what I'm about to babble about is actually a very old album, but it's been reissued in its completeness, and I'm talking about Supertramp, and they're live in Paris from '79. Actually wasn't released until '80, but I'm talking about this new thing it's actually the DVD, which I cannot remember the year this came out, but it wasn't too long ago that the DVD came out. I believe it was 2012. I'm trying to find the info here real quick, but of course I never prepare enough. But they remixed it and released it on Blu-ray back, 2012. It was remixed by Peter Henderson and Russell Pope. And they did it as a DVD, and they say bonus tracks, but it was just the complete concert, and the 5.1 surround sound mix, which I never got, but I did pick up this, which I have it, I just didn't listen to it, and this one, the DVD, but they re-released it. There's a little booklet in here and everything. It's pretty cool. Not a huge like a box set or anything like that, but it's just finally the whole concert, I guess is the main thing I'm trying to say, in audio format for the first time. They actually have done a vinyl version of this as well, but CD is what I'm interested in. I've kind of like conformed to that, I guess. Even though I was a huge vinyl collector, the CDs are just so much easier to cart around with you. Can't tell a vinyl player around in my car, so I guess I've kind of conformed to CDs. But anyway, this is one of these bands that I remember listening to this version of School back on the rock radios. It's the first song on here. I remember hearing this way back. This is kind of my introduction to Supertramp, was this version of School. They used to play it on the rock radio station I used to listen to. It was 97 Rock out of Buffalo. And I just remember it being just, I don't know what it was about this. It kind of it sounded spooky to me as a kid, and it kind of drew me in. Kind of liked horror movies and stuff when I was younger. And I don't know, something about the sound of this actually just kind of drew me in. And the fact that it was live and it sounded that good also just had that, I don't know, just whatever it did. So I remember hearing that, but I never really got into Supertramp too much until I bought this book, and I think it was called Brother, Where You Bound. I think it was also the name of the book, if I'm not mistaken. Read the whole thing, and after I read about the band, I just went nuts and went and got everything. I actually did have a little 45 of what was that song that they had? I can't even think of what it is. Oh, It's Raining Again. I remember having that on 45. And so that's about all I had, though. And I just went and got everything. And I actually remember picking this Paris one up on a cassette. And I remember where I got it. It was out in Erie, PA. There was a used cassette. It was mainly cassettes store out there, and I just bring it home, and I'd listened to this quite a few times. So the only version I've ever had of this up till now is that cassette one, and that only had 16 songs on it, and this version here has 22. So I've just been sitting here just enjoying the heck out of this, hearing all the extra stuff that wasn't on the original, and the sound quality of this, I know I'm comparing it to the cassette that I had, is insanely good. It just sounds so crisp and so clear, and yeah, it actually makes me just respect the musicianship of these guys even more, because somehow these guys, and it's only 5 of them on this? Yeah, 5 guys. They just sound like an orchestra. They sound huge, and it's just amazing. You got, especially all the extra stuff. John Helliwell, all the extra stuff he does, the synthesizer, sax, clarinet, and all that extra stuff on here. adds so much to this. I never really appreciated that stuff as much when I was younger. For whatever reason, I don't know, but it just sounds so good. Now, actually, it's funny because I remember the one little thing I did watch these guys. My parents, they didn't have cable, but they had this thing called a rotor, which you'd put on your antenna, and you could turn it so it could pick up different, signals and stuff. And there was one out of Canada that every now and then you could pick up, and they used to, I can't remember the name of the station, but they used to play live concerts like on Saturday nights or something, like 10, 11 o'clock at night, and I'd stay up and try to tune it in as best I could. It was still a little bit fuzzy, and I would like try to record like off of the audio, onto my like tapes and stuff like that. And there was one of their concerts that I did that I could sort of watch it and I could tune it in and just enough to get it and listen to it. And I just remember just being amazed at their musicianship even back then. And I even got all the Roger Hodgson. I remember buying a bunch of Roger Hodgson at that same tape store I was talking about. So, there was a point in time where I was really, really into these guys. And I kind of honestly have fallen out listening to them in the past few years. But I saw this was coming out, and I picked it up immediately. And I just been sitting back chilling, relaxing, maxing all cool, whatever. Enjoying listening to this. And some of the extra stuff on here, like even in the quietest moments, I didn't even realize the Goodbye Stranger wasn't on the original one. But one of the biggest highlights actually on here that it's just amazing to hear it is Another Man's Woman, and the piano breakdown in the middle of that. It's just, all these years it existed, and we haven't been able to hear it. It's just amazing to finally hear it. It's in this good a quality, this good a sound quality. And, now I'm probably going to have to sit down and watch the DVD of it and enjoy that as well. Although I like to sit back and just close my eyes and listen. But, as long as I got the DVD, I'm probably going to at some point here give it a listen. But and if there's anybody out there that was wondering if this was worth getting or not, but the funny part is the DVD doesn't have as many songs on it. So I just noticed that as I'm sitting here reading this, it's only got like 19 songs. Interesting. Well, at least we got it all on audio. So anyway, that's that. Just a quick little rundown of what it was. And if you're thinking about getting it, and you wonder if the sound quality is worth it or whatever you're wondering, for me, definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Really, really enjoyed listening to this, especially if it's something you've grew up with listening to and you want to hear like what it could really be. This is it. So anyway, as always, feel free to share your thoughts and comments and whatnot. Like, share, and subscribe to keep this music alive, because I would still love to keep hearing some cool stuff. They could pull it out of the treasure chest of stuff they might have. I'd love to hear what else they might have. And although one thing about these guys is they don't do encores. Never did. They went out, played what they played, walked off stage, and that was it. No matter how much the crowd cheered, didn't do encores. Hoping that's not the case with albums and stuff. If there's anything hidden in the whatever the vaults, maybe they don't have anything. Maybe they already recorded what they had, and that was that. Maybe they're doing it like they did their concerts. I don't know, but let's hope not. Maybe they can dig something out. I don't know. But anyway, until next time, we'll see you.